What did you think? What was going in your head now? Come on, share with me. What happened? Anyone? Can be, yeah. For those who know me, they could think that, oh, this guy has something. Or maybe you thought that, oh, he's so nervous, he forgot what he want to talk about. He freezed. Oh, brave, standing. Thank you. So, or maybe some of you just thought that, hey, this guy is better start talking. We paid for it, and it's before lunch. We're hungry. We need to go. Come on, say something. So, yeah, today I would like to share a few of my experiences about it, like piece of awareness to shade some, to cast some light on some dark part of our own understanding and living, which is about how we see is what we see. To understand this, we should first start with how we see. First, we should figure out what shapes how we see, what affects how we see. And to understand that, the first step is to see what's the differences between truth and reality. To talk about the truth and reality and the difference between them, maybe one of the best example is the allegory of the cave or the Plato's cave. As some of you may know, it's about some people, prisoner or alive, sitting in the cave in front of the wall. The only thing that they can see is the shadows on the wall in front of them. And this is all their reality. They're sitting there all their lives trying to figure out and make sense of what is happening, name them, create a story about them. So that is the reality. While the truth is exactly the life is happening behind them and whatever it is back there. For them, the world is what they see, the reality. Now, if someone comes from behind the wall and tells them that the truth is something else, they won't believe it because that is not their reality. So most of us are like this. We are living in our own world. We see a truth, we create an interpretation of it, and we create a reality based on our own experiences, upbringing, schools, society that we have grown up with, the values that the school gives us, or our friends or in the community. You might ask, okay, what's wrong with that? We all have our own values. We are all living in our reality, so what's going wrong with it? Well, nothing is wrong with it as long as we don't start to create value about our own reality and share it with the people around us and in our community. Creating a value out of the reality is like, I'm going out, I see a child, gives his food and share his food with another child. So the truth is that that child just thought today not so hungry, so it's good to share his food with another child. Or maybe he was feeling lonely and wanted to just have a company. That's all into it. There's nothing more into it for a child. But we as a grown-up, we don't stop there. We need to create some meaning out of it. So we start to give it some value. Oh, such a generous child. Or maybe we think, oh, that's why this child goes home every day and hungry. He never eats his food. He always give it to other people. Such a stupid one. Eat your food. So it can be either or, but this is our reality. For the child, it's merely sharing the food. One day he's hungry, he shares. He's not sharing, while the other day he's hungry, he's eating it. That's all. But when we give that value to the child, from that day afterwards, it's not just eating food. It's not just sharing food. The value of the food sharing become more important for the child. And now you can imagine during our lives how many of these things we have gathered and we have created a big personality around it that we call me. So this is where we start to fall into problem because each of these values is like writing some words, positive or negative, on a sticker and attach it to ourselves. So we kind of label ourselves or the people around us. And that's where the whole problem starts. Labeling and interpretation. When we start to interpret things, when we start to label them as good, bad, right, wrong, while the truth is just the truth, there is nothing more into it. But we need to understand it. So that's why we start to create a label out of it. So one thing that can goes wrong with this labeling is that we have different ideas about different truths. Sharing a food can be good things, it can be a bad thing. So we label it based on our own experience. But for the person who label it, if they grow up, what happens to them? If we cherish it and they like those labels, they become people pleaser. Because they like to get those values, given values, more and more. They want to be that good child every time. They want to be that good employee of the month. They want to be the good husband, good wife, good dad. Of course, everyone wants to be that. But if it is you truly want to, and you do it for what you do, not because of the labels you get. Because if we don't do that, are we a bad person now? If I don't share my food with other people because I'm hungry, am I a bad person? Because now I'm not getting the label of being good. So does it mean that I'm bad now? Then the confusion happens. That's what we commonly see between most of the teenagers and young people, that they get lots of these labels, and then when they are in the middle of like a crisis, then, okay, what should I do? What is right? What is wrong? I don't know. And the parents push them, take initiative, do it. Why are you not doing something? Go. Now the whole life you have, go forward, do something. But they're waiting for those labels to know what is right and wrong because they are confused. The other thing is that these labels are given labels, which means that it can be taken also. Now when we have given these values, people get used to them. They like it. If everyone tells me, oh, you're a very good guy, I start to like it. I start to do more good things to get more of these. And then if somebody else comes and do more good than me, and he gets or she gets all these labels now and given values, I start to lose. And then I don't have anything to know myself about it, because all I know myself about it, all my character has shaped around these values, given values, now are taken from me. So what everyone does naturally when they start to lose something, they chase it. They chase it more. They just try to do more and more. So the life becomes constant competition with other people to just keep being that good one and get these values still coming in. This month, I became a best employer of the month. Next month can be my colleague. But I don't want to lose this because I got lots of attention, lots of good labels and values for it. So basically, I do anything to keep it to myself. I don't want to lose that. Who am I going to be next month? How are other people going to look at me if I'm not the best employee of the month anymore? What's going to left for me? Same thing if you are working as a manager, if you are working as a doctor, if you are working as a mother or father, I don't know, anything in life can be this. The third problem is that when we start to gather all these values that we like, after protecting them, we start to compare them with others now. And that's where the comparative mind creates something in our own head that it starts to compare everything that we have and we build or our values with other people. Because now we need more and more coming. So we need to compare it with other people. We're not going to just stop there and say, okay, this is all I have. I need more. So, that guy has more thing than me. That woman has a higher role than me. I want to be her. I want to be him. So from that point forward, then we are in the constant fight for becoming and then comparing it. And this comparing is not just coming easy. To start to create a voice in our head. Now, this comparative mind talks all the time to us. And most of the time it talks negative to us because it doesn't help us to become a better version of ourselves, but it always tells us, oh, look, he works at the same, as long as you have work in this company, he has a higher salary, you're driving a better car. Look at you, where are you now? So that's why I call this comparative mind or the voice as the killer. Because nothing good come out of it. But it's always there. Just imagine if your friend is with you 24/7 and is just talking to you. You know how busy it's going to be in your head? But the problem is that we are used to this voice. Without it, we miss something. And this is exactly the point that many people do lots of contemplation, or they go to do yoga because they want to have a calm inside their head. But we don't know where is this originated from. Another example, which is a sad example I can give you about comparative mind, is about the athlete gold medal winners. This is their life. It's sad to know 80% of them, they are subjected to some sort of depression because of expectation that the society has from them, because of the fight that they have to do every day to be on the top still. So in the next Olympic, they still can be having a gold medal. They don't have so much life out of their sport to socialize because it's everything limited to one. And if something happens to them, what's going to happen? They're going to be out in the real world now without any expertise out of their field. So that's why most of them end up in the depression. And that's why for most of us happens. If we are not managed to get control of this voice or comparative mind that we have, we're going to all follow the same steps as they are following, because sooner or later, we're going to end up there. And as older we get, as harder it is to work with that one. So one thing that we can do about it is reconsider. Think about everything you do every day. Think about the words that makes you feel good. Think about the actions that you do that makes you feel good. Is it because of what you get from doing it? Or it's because of the feeling you get from doing it? Because if you do something to get the appreciation and approval from other people or the society or everything else around you, then perhaps you are feeding your labels and given values, which are going to bring you down at one point. But if you're doing it because just you feeling good, then it's the right thing to do. Just keep doing it. So I want to leave you with one small challenge as we started. I want you to think about the next person that you meet when you go out from here and mingle, or the next action you want to do next in your life, which you think is you're so proud of it. Just think before doing it and see if it is because of the labels and the given values you're doing it, or it's because of you yourself. Thank you.